You kind of subconsciously think to yourself by what you're hearing them say, would this person be a good employee?
Everybody goes through phases of their life, but when I'm chatting with somebody and based on what they say and how they interact, if you use the words like can't, hate, excuses, then it's like you might be ready to work for somebody like me in the future. It's just not right now. Culture is everything. How you carry yourself is everything. And so for us, it's like, do we run a very high standard? We want to get some of those things like fixed and changed or like out. And we have those hard conversations. Like this has to change or we're going to move on. I don't care how good you are because your attitude affects everything. Your attitude affects how we speak to our people that pay us money, how we work with our coworkers, how we show up in public. You know how important it is for me to make sure that the person beside me, when I go somewhere, fits the mold that I want them to fit because you're a representation of me.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Business Brains and Brawns. I am Nick Justice here with Taylor Moore. He's back this week, and then Mike Crowson. Gentlemen, how are you doing? How was your week? Accountability check. Let's run it.
Accountability check for me. I did not get the YouTube video that I wanted to get filmed. Just going to take ownership of it. I had some time to do it, but it was a little scattered. Actually talking to my partner now about actually having a better way to AI that. And so my goal is to get that filmed this week and start doing weekly recaps. I might just rip one today without it being perfect just to get it going, still posting 6 times a day and making that happen. So that's where I'm at.
I mean, posting 6 times a day, bro, you basically put a YouTube video on Instagram. Accountability check for me. I have been back in the gym. I was telling you guys, gotten back on a little cycle, but eating has not been great. I know that was like one of the things I said. However, it's been a insanely busy last week for me. A lot of big stuff happening and going on. So I'm working my way back into it now. I prepped a couple meals for the day today, and honestly, I haven't been eating bad. I just haven't been eating, to be honest. So yeah, getting back in the swing of things. This morning I got up, went to the gym. The gym is connected to the clinic, so finished training. Got like a full body pump. Went and jumped in the sauna. Did a couple like 20 minutes in the sauna. Got in the cold plunge after. Felt incredible.
Hell yeah, man. For me, accountability check. I did everything on my accountability check except I need to redo my after they book a call. It's like a welcoming video. I did all my pre-call booking videos, like a Q&A video or FAQ. Those are all done, all edited. I had got to redo it because I just kind of went off my script that I should have been following. So I should have taken a little bit more just attention to detail there so that I didn't have to, now I'm doing the work twice. But in the past week, my girlfriend and I have been holding ourselves accountable. I haven't been doing cardio in probably close to 8 months because every time I do cardio, my weight fucking drops. But it's getting to the point where it's like, dude, my food's so high, I need to do cardio to keep my hunger up. But also, I've noticed like when I'm the most productive, I have the most focused, get the most work done when I wake up early and I start my day with activity. So we got a Planet Fitness about a mile away from us. We both signed up and we've been doing cardio 30 minutes every single day. Myself, when I'm on prep, I've always done incline treadmill or the elliptical for cardio. So I was like, all right, I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to just do 30 minutes, straight on the stair stepper. Motherfucker, that's hard.
I bet, dude.
Oh my God. Dude, my first day, my heart rate was at 160, but it's so cool, dude, how the human body adapts, man. I'm doing level 7 now on the stair stepper for an entire 30 minutes. And my heart rate only got up to 135 yesterday. And
Crazy.
I'm like, what is going on?
So I've actually been doing HIIT cardio.
Mm-hmm.
So I did HIIT this morning. Yeah, just trying to, again, work the heart. Then up and because I can never out of breath, right? Like it's just, training wise, it's hard to get to that level and keep it there. So I've been doing like 30 minutes on 30 seconds assault bike, 15-second rest, 30 seconds, 15, go that 4 minutes. Trying to do 4 rounds of that. My quads get so pumped that today I got off after 2 rounds and did jump rope. Just trying to elevate the heart rate at a high level because I walk every day and get my steps, which I love. I think that helps a lot with keeping that metabolism and like fluid and everything rolling. But I did I'm trying to do one HIIT day and then the other day I'm doing like a interval treadmill where incline's going up a lot and that just annihilates my calves right now. But I got a 100-mile hike in the Swiss Alps, so like they better get used to it.
Yeah,
that's
Nick, they even let you in Planet Fitness, bro?
So I got there and we get by our first day there. We get done doing cardio, and before we were gonna go tan, we were gonna just like walk around Planet Fitness. This is my first time ever being in one, and we're looking around. And I'm like, dude, Planet Fitness is like stepped up their game. They actually have like
They got
machines.
free weights now. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was like, this is sick. And then my girlfriend's looking at the wall, and she's like, the lunk alarm, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, they still have these in here. So
Yeah.
then, but in my mind, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, I could totally train here if I get, if I get off a flight at like 9 p.m. I need to train. I would just come here, train arms or train whatever the hell. And honestly, I was really surprised. Some of the members that are going there train pretty damn hard.
Yeah. We've
And
got
I
a
was
lot
like,
of coaches that go there.
yeah,
It's just convenient. It's so convenient because there's one everywhere. There's any city in the world has at least one Planet Fitness in it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
So
was something I
I've been
thought
using-
about was like, with us trying to do 25 different booths this year, it's like, bro, that's a lot of weekends that are going to cut in the training. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm thinking here, I'm going, I guess I'm just going to keep my early morning routine when I travel and just like hit the gym at 6 o'clock before event starts. So it's just like, I'm having my assistant, I actually need to add that, be like, hey, find me the local gym that's closest to this and let me know where it's at so I don't have to Google it when I get there.
Yeah, seriously. But I've been using their tanning stuff, their red light therapy bed, which is all nice, dude. So it's like they have a lot of amenities. I'm like, man, this is a killer. This is just killer.
I heard they have red light because we have a Planet Fitness directly across the street from the clinic, and somebody came in and told us that they have red light, and I was like, fuck. But I don't know if it's the same deal.
So they've got a red light stand-up booth, and then they've got a red light and a tanning bed, like combined. The red light tanning bed combined, where at my location is just the red light is on your face. So then I'm like, well, that's not really worth it. But for me, it's like I know that there's data behind red light, and there's evidence that it does this, this, and this. But for me, it's like I like feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm tanning, I know I'm tanning. I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then in a red light, I'm just standing there. I'm like doing something, maybe not. I don't know. But like but the thing is, I've got good skin the way it is. I've never had acne. I mean, I've got scars all over my body from just like doing stupid stuff. But I don't want to get rid of my scars.
So I've been doing a lot of research, obviously, on the red light because of the clinic. The medical grade, now I'm not sure, the power of theirs and stuff like that. But like once you get up to a certain amount, there's a lot of joint support with red light and cellular aging or anti-aging, mitochondrial benefits, stuff like that. The joint support is cool. So like if it's strong enough, it gets deep enough in your tissue to promote joint support and recovery. I think that's a really cool benefit of it.
It's probably, yeah, I feel like, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but like certain places can offer the medical grade, like levels of it.
I mean, I think anyone can get it, but it's just like, do you want to spend the money to get the medical grade? Because it's like we got a 6 foot by 3 foot panel that comes on this like roller stand. So basically, when we have someone come in the clinic, they're gonna kick back in a recliner. They can do like the brain tap meditation, put some compression sleeves on their legs or whatever, or if they want to, and then basically we can rotate the panel to where it shines like it's basically hovering over them. So that's the way we're gonna do it. But those panels are like anywhere from 6 to 10 grand for one panel.
I
Yeah,
got
so
one
they're
sitting here in my office. I got it from Amazon. I've used twice.
Huh. I think girls have like these masks that they can put on.
My wife
yeah,
has
yeah.
one.
Yep. My business partner has one and he doesn't wear it on his face though. He said he's losing his hair, so he just sits it on top of his head and lets it soak.
That's funny.
That's so funny. I've heard it's good for hair regrowth.
But it's very good, yeah.
There's this one guy. Do you know Taylor? You probably know who he is. The Gorilla Chemist on Instagram.
Yep, that's where I got the high dose slew ideas and stuff from.
Exactly. He's coming out with a hair regrowth spray, and it's not anything else on the market. It's not like the RU588 something, But I've been like keeping up with him on that and how that's going. I'm like, fuck, that's what I'm gonna. Once I start losing my hair, I'm getting that shit. Or
Have you?
I'm at the point where it's like, if I lose my hair, I either just go to Turkey and get my teeth and my hair done at the same time, or I just go bald. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, go bald, grow out the beard.
Dude, I tell you, whenever I shave my head, man, I guess coming up on 2 years ago, dude, everything changed. Like I went from a guy to the guy as soon as I shaved.
Because you got to rub the luck. Anytime you need some good luck, bro, you just like rub your
Is
head
that
and
what it is?
then
Because I only rub my
yeah.
head when I'm stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, shh.
Bro,
But
I
dude,
still have
everything changed, man. Because it
my
was
hair
like,
is
it
so
was
thick.
so freeing. It was so freeing because I had this like, I take a picture with my wife and like I'm the one saying like, hey, let's retake it because my hairline's receding so much, and it's like all of a sudden there's like this big shiny spot, and I was like, bro, this sucks, and I didn't even tell her. I just shaved it, and she come in and she was like, but yeah, it was like one of the videos I posted online went viral 2 years ago from shaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I thought it was gonna be terrible, but I just woke up one morning and go, I'm just gonna shave it. And
Yeah.
it was
I
very
think it's pretty
freeing to be able to like do that. And then ever since then, it's just been like, man, like I should have done this so much sooner.
Have you
Yeah.
ever been bald and not had a beard at the same time?
No,
That'd be
no,
funny.
no, I don't, I think that's a stretch. Because I've
Yeah,
got
I
it
feel like
too
there's very
short and
few
I'm
bald
just
guys.
like, I don't like it.
It's so weird, man. This is like the only facial hair that I can grow right now, and it gets patchy on my sides, but like my hair is so thick.
Mine is too.
My God, it's insane, man. Like, but the thing is, bro, my head hair grows super quick. I have almost zero body hair.
Dude, I'm
It's wild.
like a freaking gorilla.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm not. I don't have a ton, but I'm getting a lot.
Dude, but the thing is, like, once I got on gear in 2021, my natural hairline was receding so bad, and this is like after my prep, which was like done naturally, and then my hairline just reversed. It literally started coming back this way. I've got photos, like transformation photos of 2021 to like 2023. Insane. And then right when I got on gear, my hair started curling, but no body hair from the growth hormone, nothing. The other day, we're laying on the couch, and my girlfriend's just laying next to me, and she's feeling my leg, and she's feeling my calf. She's like, "Did you shave your legs again?" Because she hates it when I shave my legs. Okay,
Mine
I'm
does
like,
too.
no, I haven't shaved my legs since prep. Okay, and she's like, "You have no hair in your calves." And I look down at my calves. I'm like, "That you've known me for 8 years. We've been dating for 4. Like, you just noticed this now?"
Yeah, it's such a waste of protein.
Parker's like that. He doesn't grow body hair for some reason. It's so weird.
Dude, I like it.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. My dad and my uncle though are just fucking woolly mammoths. Do you notice when you're taking GH your fingernails grow fast as shit?
All the time.
Yeah, mine are horrible.
My fingernails grow faster, my toenails grow faster. I don't know if this is related to the growth hormone or not, but like my calluses on my hands get really thick. Yeah. Oh, I think we lost Mike.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Hello. Well, Riverside records what it sees, so it'll just be him smirking on the YouTube video for a little bit.
He's out. He's coming back.
Yeah, he'll join back in. But yeah, my fingernails grow super quick. But dude, I haven't been on growth in the past 4 weeks. I've maybe pinned my growth 4 times.
Really? I haven't taken growth since I was in prep in 2024.
Really?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna add it back in soon. This whole last year was just I just kind of fell off with everything going on and just didn't, I wasn't super structured and everything, but
I get that. This past 3 months has been the most like inconsistent I've been, but that's why I didn't start my cycle, is because I was like, I honestly had to get in the groove first before I got back on. But like the first 3 months, I mean, this past 3 months, it's just like, okay, I didn't pin my growth. Am I still training hard as fuck? Yes. Am I still eating my meals? Yes. Did I miss some TRT shots more than I would have liked? Yes. But at the end of the day, I'm still doing my fundamentals. I'm still sleeping. I'm still recovering. I'm still training hard as fuck. I'm still sending my check-ins. I'm still keeping up with business, everything. So at the end of the day, why am I going to like beat myself up for missing my growth hormone shots? Why am I going to beat myself up for missing my TRT shots? Do they matter? Yes. But to the extent that they're going to be more important than the fundamentals of the sleep, of the stress mitigation, all that things, no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was just a big wake-up call for me in the past 3 months. I'm like, dude, I've been on TRT for 3 months and barely no growth hormone for the most part. And I look better now than I did when I ended my cycle. What's
yeah,
that to you? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 100%. I think I'm gonna try 3 days a week full body training for a little bit.
Interesting.
I kind of want to just try it because that's like the JP method. That's what he's like, 4 days a week or 3 days a week full body is like the most optimal until you just can't recover from it. So just being like kind of novel back into a consistent routine with training and stuff again, I just want to try it and see like because I've done upper lower before, and I love upper lower. That's one of my favorite splits. So I'm gonna try just the 3 days a week, and then I might mix in some hit or some running or something like that a couple days a week, just to kind of get back in shape because I'm not cardiovascularly in shape at all.
Yeah, I get
I'll
you. I
tell you
tried that
the
when I
split
was
we
in
have going on right now is
You
somewhat.
like it?
I do, but at the same time, like 4 weeks of it, starting to take a
Yeah,
beating.
yeah.
Back twice a week, hamstrings twice a week, arms twice a week.
As
It's
hard
like
as you train, like I think 4 days, like a 4 day a week, like upper lower wouldn't be a bad idea for you, and then just do like a
I find that I get like strong, and I don't like actually being strong because it scares me because I'm pretty injury prone. So I'd rather not actually be that strong and just focus more on the I guess more of a pump than because it's like if you got 6 sets for chest, you got to go hard in those 6 sets. Not that
mhm,
that's a bad thing, but it's
yeah,
like that means you're fresh, meaning like
yeah,
we got to push heavy weight, right, for like those six. And it's like from a warm up perspective or this, it's like I don't have the sets to, I don't want to say waste, but warm up
hmm,
where I can like really feel burn. Because
yeah,
I would rather get an extra set of burn, but when I'm doing like a complete full body or a full upper, it's like we don't really have that time, or I'm in the gym
yeah,
for
yeah,
two
yeah.
hours.
It is the more time.
And even then, it's like by then I'm losing the pump anyway. So for me, it's just like I've found that I enjoy training because to me, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it
Hmm.
regardless of benefits, right? It's I really like the 12 to 15 rep range. Even on legs, a lot of my leg training is like minimum 12 to 15, upwards to 20. I mean, 20 leg extensions sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But
Horrible.
but I enjoy that burn in that aspect versus just like loading up the leg press where it's like I know that's needed, but I'm also not 25 anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I
nothing's
like
needed
feel
if
everything.
it's not, with you're a prime example, Mike, of just like having fun and just enjoying the process and that bringing the results. I feel like a lot of people, I mean, we've talked about it before, but a lot of people just overcomplicate shit so much. It's like, just go have fun.
I think your energy I think if you ate the same calories, but if your energy was like, man, I'm really gonna grow from this food or negative about the way you look, you won't grow in a negative state, but you will in a positive state.
I tell
With
I
the same training stimulus, with the same food. I mean, my wife was actually talking about this last night. There's like this like rice theory. It's like there's 2 jars of rice, and they were talking positive and giving out positive energy to one and then negative energy to the other. Negative one started to mold and the positive one didn't. They talk about that with plants. So like I am not one that's very woo-woo
Yeah.
by any means, but I do feel that from every negative thought, every negative thing is just a little bit of cortisol.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that stuff adds up
Yep.
Yeah,
tremendously. And so it's like
Mm-hmm.
you could not train as hard, but actually see better results.
I totally
And
agree.
actually, whenever I would do jujitsu, I'm doing like tons of cardio. I
Yep.
would look like crap, like physically look terrible from just the amount of stress of that high intensity versus here I am walking. It's like best I ever looked with giving the least amount of intensity I've ever given towards a fitness goal. And it looks the best because my body's in a better state.
Mm-hmm.
When I did my first show, 2 hours of cardio on the Stairmaster a day, it's like, bro, I'm just beating myself up physically and mentally and internal stressors. And like I show up and it's just like, I look back at our past prep and I was like, I'm angry that I had to do all that work to not look as good.
Yeah.
I think that like I had a moment in the past like year or two where it's that energy, that negative energy, that stress, that stress is a negative energy in your body. I trained different, trained to this day different with negative energy or positive energy. I train so much better, and I have more progress, and I notice more progress when I'm filling my brain with positive energy. So like I get to the gym, and some days I don't do it nearly as much as I used to, but maybe 2 days out of the week I go back by the railroad tracks, I smoke a joint with my buddies, and I start training. If I get back in that gym and my mind is on anxiety of how many people are at the gym, or people know that I'm high, or me just being pissed off that there's somebody using my machine, my training session is not nearly as efficient because of what I'm telling my brain, of what is going on in my head. The same thing, even if I'm sober going into a training session. If I'm in the gym and I start listening to just, Chicago drill rap, which is something that I enjoy listening to when I'm training, and I'm really focusing on the lyrics, and the lyrics are about drugs, money, murder. I've noticed that affects my training session and that affects my focus. So it's like when I'm training, man, I try to get in the best mindset possible, full of positive energy instead of negative energy, because the outcome from the negative energy is different, and it fuels me less than positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So like you brought up the rice theory about the same thing with plants. It's the same thing with us in our brain when it comes to just how we approach our days.
I want to touch on something really fast because you just said something about music while you're training. What's y'all's favorite genre to listen to while you're training?
Nick, go
Okay, I
first.
got it. I like rap and EDM.
Okay. So default for me is I don't listen to headphones. I just listen to whatever the gym plays. Super strange, I know. But if I had to pick, I like crunk music. I'm from the dirty South, so yeah.
I like that. I like
The Nelly, the Ludacris, the Yin Yang
Yeah.
Twins.
That's
Lil
honestly
Jon.
that's my thing. I like early 2000s rap, like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, that type of stuff. And then to be honest, bro, like you were saying, just like vibing while you're training, thousands R&B is my shit.
What?
Yes, bro.
That's
Honestly,
terrible.
R&B is probably my like late 90s, early 2000s R&B is one of my favorite genres in
Dude.
general.
There are two
Swear.
genres I can't stand. R&B is one of them because it's
Really?
just like this slow, sappy, just boring.
I love it, bro.
Oh, I can't stand it. And then I also like 90s alternative, like sad boy rock, Green Day, and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Man, I don't want to listen to depressing stuff. That's terrible.
No.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't like it.
Hot take. I like listening to Nickelback when I train.
Hey, Nickelback isn't bad.
Nickelback's
I like
good. I like
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
All right, with
Nickelback, Linkin Park. Like I feel like they're all in that same category. But
So,
we're doing
Mike, you don't
My
like
Chemical Romance and stuff like that.
you don't like Three Doors Down, Mike?
I like Three Doors Down. That would say
Okay,
that's
okay.
more towards the Linkin Back category
Paramore.
or Linkin Park.
Paramore. Yeah.
So
I agree. My favorite genre to listen to when I'm training, that is like not what I listen to every day, but like if my vibes are good and I just want to listen to something different that I may not know all the lyrics to, but I know the song, it's 70s and 80s rock.
yeah, it's really hard to go wrong with a good
Bro,
long
the
long
vibes
hair
are good.
band.
You got Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, you got freaking Led Zeppelin. My God, I love them.
Yeah, I do like EDM. As I've started to learn to like it ever since going to Ibiza, and we went to Ushuaia and like got to see Calvin Harris and David Guetta. So I was like really introduced to that music like live. So that was pretty neat. So I started to kind of pick up on that and some more vibes. I'll tell you what, the last year though, my taste in music has really changed. Cause like if the lyrics are like very vulgar, I'm just like, that's just not who I am anymore. I just can't get down with it anymore. Cause I'm like, my wife is really big on the tempo, the beat, the rhythm. And I listen to every word. So she can listen to a song and I'm like, you like listening to that? I'm not in the rap side, right? We both agree on that aspect. But it's like this sad song, but she's like loves it and sings it. I'm like, are you listening to the lyrics? She's like, I like the song. I'm like, these lyrics are like just so sappy to me. Like I don't like it.
See, I listen to I really pay attention to lyrics of songs too.
Me too.
And I'm just like I like storytelling music
Me too,
that
bro.
I can relate to.
That's why
So
you
like
like
if it's
those country songs.
yeah. I mean country and rap are like my default like genres that I listen to, but I just like a lot of people talk. I like Rod Wave, but it's like a motivational like storytelling type of rap that I just like can relate to.
Did you
Rod
like
Wave.
Eminem?
Yeah, I
That's
like
kind of the
Eminem a
same
lot.
concept, right?
I like
Yeah.
Eminem. I like his older stuff for sure.
Yeah, I don't like his newer stuff.
Somebody that I really like is Polo G. He's a Chicago
Yes,
artist. Polo G
I like poetry.
he's such a good storyteller, dude. His lyrics are so freaking good. And it's crazy what people don't know about him, like what he does for the Chicago community. Not just for he's the type of person where he's like, he was asked on an interview one time about like, hey, what do you do for the black community? And he's like, the fuck you talking about black community? I do it for my community. My community is wherever the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So he's a cool dude. I like his stuff, but I I'm like you, Taylor. I like listening to lyrics, but when I'm training, what I'll do is I'll catch myself, I'll put on like a top set song. So I have like a playlist called Top Set Playlist. And these are the songs I'll click on right when I'm about to do a hard ass set, heavy set. I listen to that song, do that set. When I'm done with that set, this is exactly how I train. I get done and I pause my headphones and I stop the music. Because when I'm recovering, I literally just want to listen to my breath and I want to close my eyes. Like I don't want to listen to like constant.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm the same way.
I have to calm down. And then when I want to listen to the lyrics, it's when I'm going back into another set. So I'll make it through, like 6 to 12 songs in a workout.
Yeah. Do you have you guys listened to Russ?
Mm-hmm.
I really like Russ.
I like Russ, but not for training.
No. I just meant like going back to like the lyrical storytelling kind of vibes of music. I like Russ.
Somebody that's really good is he's out of Chicago too, and I don't just like Chicago rappers because it's the Midwest. Montana 300.
Yeah, I've listened to him.
Montana 300 is how he tells stories. Hot take, Montana 300 is more talented than Eminem, and he is the rap god. I will stand on my fucking grave, bro. When you listen to Montana 300, he has like, you know what like a double entendre is? He will have a quadruple entendre, and the last thing he says relates to every single thing. Absolutely insane. Okay, his lyrics are insane. Probably the best lyrical rapper out there. That's my opinion. He's the GOAT. But Montana 300, he raps about like how he's never signed with a record deal because they'll make you famous, but you're gonna make them rich. That's one of his lyrics. And he just in his songs, he just talks about how the rap industry, music industry hates him because how he's showing people how to do it without record labels.
All right, top 3 rappers of all time.
In my opinion, like
your opinion. Your top 3 of all time.
Oh, my top 3 of all time. Tupac for sure. Love Tupac. I listen to Tupac a ton. Tupac, Montana 300, and oh wow, there's a lot I can go through here. Oh man. Tupac, Montana 300. This one's gonna be controversial. Kendrick Lamar.
That's top 5 for me, but Kendrick Lamar's top 5, not top 3.
Nice. Okay, who's your top 3?
Coming from the guy that listens to top 40s, mine's gonna be a lot different probably. I'm gonna have to put Lil Wayne up there.
Yeah.
Drake is good. I just don't like him. Mm-hmm. I think some of his stuff gets into more R&B, which is not my thing. Man, but I like, if I'm going to, play a song that's just going to be enjoyable and fun, because I don't think all rap music can be good, but not fun. Like, there's nothing about Kendrick's music that makes me want to get up and do something.
No. You
know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm looking for a vibe more than I am, like, lyrical craziness.
Yeah.
So I still want to go back to the crunk era and be like, I thought, like, Ludacris and Nelly came out with some very great bangers. It's hard to not have a good time when a Nelly song comes on.
That is very true.
So it's like just completely different vibe. And I think Eminem's pretty just I don't like who he is now, but that Curtains album was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak just strictly from a lyrical perspective because that's what I love is Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and Eminem.
Nice. That's fire. Definitely.
I also think that you could probably Drake is arguable. He's debatable for being in that top 3 as well.
We also didn't throw in Kanye, and Kanye's got some pretty good stuff, but I'm also not a fan.
I just don't. His old stuff, yeah, but I just can't bro. Kanye's he is one of the most talented rappers ever. Yeah. But he just ruined it all.
I'll tell you what, bro. Okay, so a lot of you guys know the stuff, the Kanye songs that he's been releasing lately. It's how bad it is. Okay, if you just take the lyrics out and you just put other Kanye lyrics in there, they'd be top chart songs right now. Literally, his song H is banned everywhere, but it's on YouTube. Different lyrics, same. If it was Kanye rapping it, that shit would be hitting top charts every single week. I honestly think Kanye, I don't know, man. He's probably in my top 5.
Yeah, lyrically, yes, his old stuff. He's just, bro. He's
also that dude from a lyrical standpoint. Chance is pretty solid.
Chance is very good, and another one is Nas. Mm-hmm. Nas is lyrical. Nas. I like old school rap. Yeah, T.I. used to be good. Yep. Very good.
Back then,
I think everybody went through a phase, but he's gonna go back to that crunk era.
Yeah.
What T.I. would do collabs with Eminem, it was fire.
Yeah, that early 2000s like Atlanta rap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you had like
Louisiana.
3 6 Mafia, Little John,
Hmm.
Akon. Not excuse me, Akon was there, but not him. Golly, what is his name?
Oh, I'm trying to think of somebody too.
He's bald headed dancer. He like paved the way.
Chris
T-Pain?
Nope,
Brown.
I don't know. I like Chris Brown.
Not T-Pain, no.
He's R&B. The guy before Chris Brown.
Nia.
Nope.
Uh,
He sang
Hold
in
on,
this
let me-
club.
Oh my God,
Usher.
dude.
Usher.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Usher's fire.
I love Usher.
Tooth.
But then you also have like Birdman,
Yeah.
and then you got Young Jeezy.
Jeezy is bro. Jeezy's
50.
up there for me. Like, yeah, 50 Cent.
Wasn't ever really a big fan of the
No.
No.
Flow Rider.
Ja Rule was kind of like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. Petey Pablo.
But you know what I've been listening to a little bit lately is I don't know why, but a couple songs, DMX.
Yeah.
That goes hard.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to find a couple others.
Well, dude, Taylor, how'd the clinic go, man? How was the grand opening?
Dude, it went very well. We saw, I mean, all right, so we like rushed the doors open on the place. So we're still like getting all of our medical and everything set up, but we were like, you know what? We'll go ahead and just get the doors open, get some people signed up for recovery memberships and stuff like that. And then we can just add on as we go. And it was good, man. The grand opening, just I wanna take a second to touch on this because I'm sure some of them are gonna watch. And just the support from my family and friends that was there just made it all just so good, man. Like before the doors even opened, the entire clinic was full of just our family and friends being there.
That's cool.
And that meant a lot to me. Now, obviously, I like got Grayson's family to come down and stuff like that for the proposal, which we'll get into in a second. Just them, it's just so Saturday morning. All right, so let me go back a little bit. The clinic, the construction wasn't done for the clinic until not last Thursday, the Thursday before. So I can't remember. It was like basically we had a week from the time construction was done to get the doors open. And so we weren't able to do a lot of marketing and stuff like that because it's like I can't sit here in my office at home and make content on a commercial bill or a commercial place. So it was just like we ran some ads that were just static and stuff like that. But basically we I was like 14 to 16 hours a day in the clinic every day last week because it was the first time we were actually able to get in there and actually do shit. The construction was done and there were just finishing touches that I wanted to do. So I hung all the wall paneling, hung the TVs up, went and bought all the furniture. That was another thing. It was like it was hard to buy furniture before construction was done because I wanted to be able to visualize it and see how it was laid out. And I didn't hire an interior designer. I didn't hire an architect. I drew up the entire floor plan myself on a software online. I did all of the like visualization for the inspiration of furniture and stuff like that. So it was really just like piecing things together. But we got it done and it was a lot of time and we were there till midnight most days last week and stuff like that. But there was a time like go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are 2 things that you learned in that final week?
That there was a lot of them. Number one is probably should have given myself more time just to be prepared. But the caveat to that is, and I'm just going to make it the same bullet point. I perform really, really well under pressure. So I think it's like one of my traits is like procrastinating, and I think my brain has taught itself to procrastinate things because I perform well under pressure. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it's just like very like last minute I can just fucking lock in and get stuff done. So that's one thing, and number two is like the support from everyone around me is actually way more or is way greater than I thought it was. I'll put that one to the side though because that's not a big one. Here's the biggest one. A brick and mortar business is entirely different than an online business.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the same thing. It is not even like there's a lot of things that interconnect with each other, but it is way different. And just from an overhead perspective, from a like time you actually have to spend hands on, yeah, it was a lot different for sure. But yeah, it was great. And there was a moment like so Saturday like I got like 3-4 hours of sleep every night last week. I was just drained. So by the time Saturday came, it's just like I'm just running off caffeine. But I slept like 3 hours Friday night, just getting the final touches on everything Friday evening, Friday night. And then Saturday morning I got up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock because I wanted to get to the clinic and get everything finished before people started coming in. And I was standing in the shower Saturday morning before I left the house and like I just started crying, dude. I was just like, man, this is so surreal. And it had a lot to do with the proposal happening. And I knew that that was happening, and it finally hit me. I was so busy all week last week that I like, not that it was an afterthought or I didn't think about it, but I didn't have the time to like digest what was about to happen and how my life was really going to change.
Mm-hmm.
But I just started crying in the shower, and I was like, man, I'm just so grateful, man. Like, just so, it's just so much has happened in the last year or two that it's just like it all kind of came full circle at one moment while I was there. And I was, I was praying, and it just, yeah, I couldn't be happier. So we got the doors open, and it was a great turnout. We signed like 25 memberships the first day, which we weren't expecting to do whatsoever. We were happy if people came in and visited and saw it and nobody signed up. Like we weren't expecting anyone to sign up. It was more of an open house type of thing. But we got a lot of engagement. We did like a raffle for people to come in, and if you stayed in the cold plunge for 3 minutes, you would get an entry into a raffle for a free membership.
Sick.
So we did that, and we had like 6, 7 people, that did it, and it was cool, man. Like people, like we're all crowded in our cold plunge room, like hyping the people up that were like getting in the cold plunge and stuff. So it's been going really well. We're still working out the kinks. Obviously, there's a lot of kinks that come with the brick and mortar side of things, especially
Yeah.
from a medical perspective, like with what we're doing and integrating and stuff like that. There's a lot of different stuff like providing health insurance for employees and stuff, or nurses specifically, that I'm not used to. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, man, incredible.
How cold's the plunge?
Dude, so it gets down, so we we got it down to like, so it'll get down to 30, 38. But we had someone get in at like 41, and they were like, that I've done a lot of cold plunges, and that is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
41 is
So
cold.
yeah, so we've been keeping it at like 45. I got in it this morning at 40. It was like 44.7, and I was like, wow, that's cold. We can't go any
Yeah.
lower than like 44.
Yeah, I'd probably suggest around like the 48 to 49 mark.
Yeah.
From my understanding, research, anything like around 50 is you're going to get all the benefits. And I think anything below that, it's just mental toughness.
Yeah.
So we did notice that people were easily able to stay in three, or really, we had a couple people that wanted 2 entries into the raffle, so they did 6 minutes. I didn't let anyone like stay, like, unless they just chose to. I didn't push for anyone to stay in after 6 minutes, just because you don't want them staying in too long. But we did notice that like 46 to 48 was like very, very bearable for 5 plus minutes. So we were like, all right, let's put it at like 44, 45, and then that gives people like, you're getting all the benefits plus you're not staying in too long, you know what I mean?
Dude, my
So that
first cold
3
plunge
minutes.
ever was I was in Whitefish, Montana. I hired a breath coach at the time going through my divorce. It was like, and really the divorce just pulled up a bunch of like childhood stuff for me. So I hired a breath coach to like kind of like get me through all some of this stuff and just a new modality. Whitefish Lake. We hiked or hatched through 5 inches of ice and jumped in there for my first cold plunge, bro. It had to be in the 30s. It's a frozen lake.
You have a video on that of your Instagram, right? Or
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
Instagram, right? Yeah.
yeah. We did 3 minutes, bro. Being in there was cold,
Getting
bro.
out
But
was
that
cool.
walk to the truck was a long walk.
Yeah, dude, I avoid cold plunges now because I have a bad experiences with cold water, man. Especially this year. Fuck.
Yeah, like that story you told us about your waders filling up.
Yeah, bro, almost fucking dying this year. Holy shit. I've never been so scared.
I get in my pool quite often now because I guess
Yeah.
obviously Dallas it's not too crazy cold, but the pool's like I'll go in and like turn my I got a pool that has like the hot tub, beside it, and I'll like turn it on and then check the temperature when I go to turn it on. It says it's like 54, 53, whatever. So I'll go hot tub and then like jump in. Like
It'll wake you up.
afterwards. Yeah, especially since I do it. I'm usually in there like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know.
I think cold plunging for me is like, obviously there's all the health benefits of it, but it's just a mental toughness thing. Like this morning I was like, I put my hand in there and I was like, crap, I don't want to do this, man. I do not want to do this. But then I told myself, I was like, if you do it after the 3 minutes is over, you're just gonna set the tone for the rest of the day. So I got in there, and the first minute's obviously miserable, and then after that I was like, I can breathe. It's not that bad now.
Yeah.
So
You
then
gotta
when
get
I
to the
got out,
60 seconds.
yeah,
You get to the
yeah.
60
If you
seconds,
get
things change.
Yep, and to me, it was just like, if you can just do it. I've been lately just been trying to do one hard thing a day, and if I can make that cold plunge the hard thing that I do, and just makes it easy, makes everything else easier, then it is what it is. Because the worst part is just making yourself get in it.
You know that you've turned the corner in the whole cold plunge cycle when you get in, and I'm not here to make it 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to get to a certain point of I'm okay, and then that's all I needed. A lot of people's like, they're like, well, I made it a minute, I made it 3 minutes, I made this. And it's like, it's all about the time, and all you're doing is counting down. The whole point of the mental toughness is that I don't need a clock. I'm here to get what I'm supposed to get. And whether that's 90 seconds, whether that's 9 minutes, when I'm ready, I get out.
Mhm. Yeah.
And when I'm ready is when I choose to, not because I have to, or not because the timer went off. It's I'm choosing to get in this water, and then I'll choose when I want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big thing for me that kind of changed. And I learned that from Matt Vincent. And I didn't learn him by him saying it. I learned it by him watching him. I would see him just get in. There was no timer, this, that, whatever. It would just be, I could just see how he was acting. He's like, that's enough. I'll get out now.
Yeah. I think a lot of people want to do hard stuff because they want to do it to reach that bare minimum, to reach that timer, etc. But not enough people do the hard shit for what the hard shit brings. You know what I'm saying?
I think reps are what we're required to get to that state. You know what I mean? A lot of people go in the gym like, I have to get X amount of steps, I have to do X amount of cardio. It's like we start with a rigid plan, and then we realize that it's actually not about the plan. This is so we do a bare minimum of what's required so that we don't, baby out, let's say. Yeah. But man, like, I think that like that real maturity of growing in an area is that we show up because we want to, and then we leave when we feel accomplished, not whenever we hit a certain accolade on something.
And that threshold of accomplishment is going to grow over time, right? So like, it's just going to be easier to do more over time. The more that you, I mean, it's the bandwidth that your body or your mental or whatever can, or requires, or can push through.
It's like the cold shower piece for me. Like post workout, just turn on the water. It's just like, I'm not trying to say, hey, I'm going to go cold for 5 minutes. It's like, I'm just going to go cold until I feel like changing it. And then sometimes I don't change it, and sometimes I do. It just, where am I at in that moment? And do I want to change it, or do I feel like I have to change it? And it's like, that's the difference in the mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That can carry over to so many different areas and aspects.
Do I have to work? Do I want to work? Do I have to work out? Do I want to work out? Do
and
I
when
have
you
to
change
diet?
that,
do I want to diet? Like, are you the person that does the things, or are you this person that has to do those things? It's identity shifting.
Yeah.
And that's where the long-term sustainability of all of it comes in. And that's something I'm trying to practice myself too. It's like, I'm finally getting back to a spot now to where I want to train often. I want to eat healthy every day. I want to stay on a meal plan. I want to do this. I want to do that. But like, in the entire 2025, I did not want to do the shit, dude. Like, I just genuinely had to force myself. And it was just like, and that's why I didn't do it. Because I just like, fuck this. I don't want to do it.
But it takes a certain person to admit that too,
Yeah.
Like, you reach a certain point where you're able to be like, yeah, I was just, I refused to do it because I didn't want to. A lot of people will continue to say that they want to do it, but still won't do it. But they're still running into their own ego, and they're not accepting the fact that, like, you know what? The reason I'm not doing this shit is just I'm not doing the necessary things that I need to do it. Like it just admitting when you're wrong, admitting when you need to do something, when you know you're not doing it, is honestly a learned skill. Not everybody can do that. It has to take a certain amount of, like you said, Mike, a certain amount of reps for where that becomes just like, yo, this is below my standard of what I operate at. And once you accept that, then you're like, huh, now it's not that it doesn't feel easier to do it. It just feels like I get to do this.
Yeah, it's like when you accept it and voice it and admit it, you're usually going to move to wanting to do it instead of having to do it much faster than if you just try to on it.
I told my girlfriend when we started doing cardio again, she was like, we're laying in bed, and she's like, well, why are you going to want to do cardio? Like, you know that every time you do cardio, you start dropping weight. And I said, it's not that I have to do the cardio again for health benefits or this is not. It's that I know I've been putting it off, and I've been putting it off. And the benefits that I yield from it are so much greater than my weight just staying the same or my weight going up. Just telling her, hey, I'm doing this because I am able to do it, and I get to do it, and it makes me a better person with time efficiency, et cetera, et cetera. I literally am a better boyfriend when I do my fucking fasted cardio because I get all my shit done earlier on, and then I can spend more time with her.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's getting to do it and not having to do it, man. But you got to accept it first. And part of me accepting it was just voicing it to her.
Mhm.
There's a really big indicator that allow you to notice when somebody makes the shift, and it's when they actually stop using excuses on why they're not doing the thing. You own it versus make excuses for it.
Yeah.
There's
100%.
two words that I can't stand that people use, and this falls into that category. It's like I can't and I hate. Because it's like, well, of course you can't. You said you couldn't, you're not going to do it. And if you hate it, then it's like, I hate broccoli. It's like, dude, it's a vegetable. Won't you like grow up? Like you hate it, you're gonna put that big of a word on it? Like, well, I can't do that. And it's just like, of course you can't. You just told me you couldn't. It's like, I already know who you are as a person right now. Right now, you're not very mentally tough. You tell me you couldn't do something that's pretty basic, but you're just choosing not to do it. Like, to me, that's just not, like, that's another form of an excuse that I just, how about you just don't want to do it? Let's just word it like that.
Mhm.
Mike, question for you. When you're talking to somebody, let's say you meet somebody new, okay? And you've said this before, for you to be like genuine with somebody, you've got to have more than one experience with them. You've got to know them a little bit more. You've got to trust them, etc. When you're talking to somebody with your position with where you're at now, do you kind of subconsciously think to yourself by what you're hearing them say, would this person be a good employee for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, because
everybody goes through phases of their life, but when I'm chatting with somebody and based on what they say and how they interact, and like I get to meet them in their first impression, if you use the words like can't, hate, excuses, then it's like you might be ready to work for somebody like me in the future. It's just not right now, right? And so it's like because I used to do those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we're just not mature enough to the position in which I'm looking for my company. So I'm not saying that like I'll never hire that person. I'm just saying like right now it's just not the moment. And so like I think that all that matters because culture is everything. How you carry yourself is everything. And so for us, it's like, dude, we run a very, very, very high standard. And like, dude, we're having problems with that on some areas with people. And it's like, we want to get some of those things like fixed and changed, or like you're out.
Mm-hmm.
And we have those hard conversations. Like, this has to change, or we're going to move on. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
Because your attitude affects everything. Your attitude affects how we speak to our people that pay us money, how we work with our coworkers, like how we show up in public. You know how important it is for me to make sure that the person beside me, when I go somewhere, fits the mold that I want them to fit? Because you're a representation of me.
Yeah.
I don't care how good you are. If you dress like a slob, you make me look real bad. Like, you can call that what you want, but like, I'm about first impressions. I'm about like carrying a standard. Like, so if you're late or eat like garbage, you don't fit the part, you don't look good, like you're just not giving that energy to yourself, how can I expect you to give it to anybody else?
I totally agree. I sometimes do it, or not even sometimes, I do it all the time. Just talking to somebody in the gym, or at a show, etc. If they're talking to me because they know me for the coach that I am, or they know me for the bodybuilder I am, etc. Or even if they're not inquiring about coaching, I always just attach. I think about what they're saying, and I'm like, okay, what's this person's standard? I don't have to ask them what it is. All I gotta do is listen to their language, and when I listen to their language, literally that's all I need to know about who they are, how they operate, etc. Especially too, even with just visual appearance, dude. We're in a day and age now where somebody can say all they want that they don't judge based upon visuals. They're full of shit. 100% full of shit.
That's
We
a
live in
lie.
a day and age where even if a fit person walks into the room, every single person is going to judge that person for how they look, good or bad or positive or negative. It doesn't matter. But why should we do something different when a fat person walks into that room? Why should we should still be doing that? Be like, hey, that person probably can't control themselves. They got a very low level of discipline. You know what I'm saying? They may be using past trauma, past experiences as an excuse as why they're unhealthy and they can't control their eating. You know what I'm saying? We live in a day and age where it's frowned upon to look at the areas of somebody's life that they need to fix and they need to improve and ignore it. And it's like, dude, we live in a day and age where it should be the opposite. We should be putting an emphasis on those things. Be like, hey, you've got a lot of great attributes, dude. But just by the way you talk to me and your language and how you look and how you carry yourself tells me that you're not ready for this job, or you're not ready to be on my team, or you're not ready to be my friend. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to say I'm fat shaming people for not being my
No,
friend.
but dude, it could be anything from how you dress to tattoos to how you carry yourself to how you speak when you're talking to somebody, your posture, like all those things are just attributes of the person, right? And it's like, I remember, dude, Rob Bailey said one time, and I never forgot it. It was like, somebody has hand tattoos or neck tattoo. I don't know that I can hire them because I don't know that I can fully trust them, because part of them just doesn't give a F. And I was like, dude, that's so true.
Wow.
Because you don't.
Yeah.
Now you're representing my company. I need you to always care.
Which is funny because he hires Frank McGrath, and Frank McGrath is tatted head to toe.
Now, granted, we're talking an athlete in comparison to like a corporate employee, right?
Yeah,
But,
good point.
You know, it's just like, I had to think about when I got these tattoos on my hand, I was just like, well, all right, okay. Well, I didn't care in that moment. Like, literally had to not care.
True.
And some people's like, I get the tattoo so that I never go back to corporate. It's just like, you know, or like, how you put that on your face. You like just didn't care. But that's something to, like, we can admire that at the same time. That doesn't mean I have to hire it.
Yeah, totally. I'm not saying I'm judging you as a person in any negative sense, but it's like, one thing that matters to me is you caring if you're working for me. You know what I'm saying? That right there is more important than some of the other things that I'm looking for. You know, visual judgment. I think we need to judge people visually a lot harder sometimes.
Mike, something that has really clicked in my head since I was in there and you and I had, or since I was in Dallas and you and I had that talk, was just how you dress every day, how you carry yourself. That's something that, like, literally every day since I've been back to Dallas or been back from Dallas, I've put a nice outfit on every single day. And it's just like, now I'm even conscious of like looking at other people and how they dress, for example, or, you know, or for example, a business owner, you know, if I walk into a business and I see that the owner or the manager, the boss, whoever it is, isn't, you know, dressed to the T, it's just like immediately it's like,
And it sounds bad to some degree, right? But, you know, it's like, I did this, like, here's like a sin of mine. I really, really don't like it when somebody wears a hat inside church.
I don't either.
I really don't like that. However, what rules am I creating as my own little Pharisees here? Right? Like, I'm passing judge. And like, this is the person singing the songs. I'm like, you're definitely know more and do more and care more and probably live a better life as a Christian than I do. And here I am judging you because you have a hat on.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
But, you know, that's the same thing. We're looking at the tattoos, right? We're passing judgment, or the weight, we pass judgment, or whatever it may be, right? And so, like, that's just our own standard or societal outlook on things. And it's just based off past experiences, right? Like, Taylor, I told you this, like, I just straight up told you. I was like, if I didn't actually know you from being a client, I would have never hired you because you wore a lot of like graphic t-shirts and camo pants. I'm like, I wouldn't think that would be the representation of a good coach, right? Just like we also think that great coaches are also in good shape, right? No, it's no different. I expect to, like, you know, to keep our beards clean and our hair trimmed and your neck not 8 weeks without a trim on it. It's just a standard that you uphold for yourself. It has nothing to do with your actual knowledge base, right?
Dude.
But it's just a standard of like, well, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right?
Haircut is a standard for me. Haircut and just dude, I get a haircut once a week. Like, I have to. That's just one thing that, and it's, I do pass judgment on people who, like, unless it's clean, like, who have. I mean, I just feel like the way you, or, like, how clean you are is like shows everything. And I mean clean, like, hygiene wise, of like, do you get a haircut every, like, once every month at least, or if you don't, do you like style your hair, you know, or do you wear a hat so that it's not as noticeable? Like, I don't know. I'm
Literally, because I woke up like this, I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, that's funny. But it's just like, you know, I don't know. That's something that I pay attention to a lot, is like the haircut side of it, or at least for myself. I'm like, if I don't have a haircut, I don't feel clean. I don't feel maintained, and I feel like as if I come off that way.
My girlfriend always teases me by getting a haircut every time I travel, or if I have a show or anything. She's like, "Honey, you look fine. Like, who you trying to impress?" I'm like, "I don't care. I don't care who I impress.
I'm trying to impress myself.
Exactly. Like, I want to look cleaner at a show because all day, every day, I sit at home and I'm talking to people on FaceTime, sending check-ins, etc. The only people that I see are people at the gym. It's like, when I'm at a show, my standard is this. And it's been like that for 5 years. So going to a show, and I've done it where I don't have a haircut, I feel off, you know?
I think also too, it's just that same, that old saying is like, look good, feel good, play good.
Mhm.
When I'm wearing sweatpants, I don't feel like I'm as good as when I'm wearing slacks.
Dude, me too.
That's why I don't do it. When I worked
Bro,
at home, I still wore a collared shirt, and I would wear like shorts that had where I put a belt on. I would still wear shoes. Like I would still just show up in the same manner as if I was going to the office. Because there are days that I didn't do that. And I was definitely not as productive as the days that I was like dressed to impress.
this summer, I was doing some concrete work at my house. Doing concrete, you're not dressing up in fancy clothes. You got shitty jeans on, you got a shitty shirt on. For me, in the summertime, all day, it's, tank top, t-shirt, or t-shirt and shorts, whatever, summer clothing when I'm inside, when I'm outside, whatever. Doing this concrete work, get done with it. Pants are dirty, everything. Felt very productive. Went upstairs, started working. Concrete on my pants, everything. Concrete on my hands. My girlfriend's like, why aren't you going to change? Why aren't you going to go shower? I'm like, I'm just getting right to work. But in my mind, I was productive. I felt better. I had different clothes on. I didn't look the greatest. I looked like shit, dude. I was pouring concrete and making a sidewalk, okay? But it was all about how I felt. And I
Those
just
were your
carried
work
that
clothes.
exactly. I just carried that right into check-ins. I still had my cowboy boots on, sitting right in front of my door on my mat. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like how you feel. I didn't look the best, but I felt damn good and I felt productive. I just got done pouring concrete for fucking 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? But I felt so dang good and I went into it with that energy. It's crazy how it can make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like it's also too like starting the day, right? Because like if the transition from bed to work, there isn't actually a transition. We didn't do something, we didn't start something. It's like, at what point did you flip the switch?
Mm-hmm.
So that's also another piece of me is just like flipping that switch.
Yeah, dude.
There's a lot of things that we do that like trigger things and start new things for the day. For example, if you come home and change, and let's say you get into something more comfortable, you flip the switch where I'm no longer in work mode. I'm in like hang out with my wife mode. Or you put on a certain shirt that you normally work out in. That is a trigger that goes from I'm calm and collective to let's eat the weights.
Mhm.
It could be the headphones and they're not even turned on, but just being around your neck or in your ears is that trigger. So there
Yep.
are subconsciously things that we do that trigger certain things about us. And so it's just finding out like what are your triggers that you find that make it you feel your best or set you up for success, or knowing like, hey, this is go mode and hey, this is slow down, like be husband mode.
And
Because
that's
I
what
find that
it should be.
my wife would be like, that's your work hat, that's your work shirt. And I would never turn it off. And I realized like I have to start to turn those things off. So when I come home, I try to get essentially out of these clothes as soon as I can, not because I'm uncomfortable, but because I need to turn it off.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's even for me, man. Finding that trigger of turning it off is when I leave the gym. I'm not listening to loud ass music on the way back. I'm not listening to a podcast. I'm not listening to anything but me and my girlfriend conversation. Like just us conversating is what turns it off. Because I don't want to be stimulated after the gym. I don't want to be ramped up still. I just want to talk to her, ask her how her workout was, talk about that, and then transition that into other things about life that are completely separate from the gym. That's just a trigger for me that turns it off, and it helps both of us tremendously.
So you guys
That's
work
how
out together?
Some days we do. It's not often. Like yesterday, we trained legs together.
How'd
And
that
I'll
go?
tell you what, man. This girl, when she pushes me when we're training legs, I fucking hate her. I swear to God. I do, bro. We're doing leg extensions. We're doing leg extensions yesterday. And, as a good training partner should, helping me where I need help. She pushed me past like 7 reps past failure. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're doing freaking squats right now, just trying to grab the bar and pull my leg extension up. I get out of the machine and I just walk away. And she just stands there. She knows that I don't want to talk. She knows that she just pissed me off. It's the best thing ever. She pushes me on the hack squat. And yesterday she's like, do you need a spot? And I'm like, no, I don't need a spot. She's like, why not? I'm like, because I don't want to take advantage of it too much. And she literally said, shut the fuck up and do your set. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Swear to God. Oh, we train sometimes, but sometimes it's just like our the weights that we're putting on the machine are so fast.
It's not worth it.
Also, the way I have her training is completely different than I do. So, I mean, she's doing legs 4 days out of the week and barely doing upper body.
Me and my wife cannot work out together.
Yeah.
We are probably like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Or like, hey, you should fix that for him. Like, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just this like coach to coach or alpha to alpha. And then you throw in some pre-workout. So now we're like high stemmed. And like we've had more arguments in the gym about working out. Then it's just better for us to just show up.
Same. Yeah. I've had to learn when me and my girlfriend started training together, you know, before she lived with me, she would come visit me in Milwaukee a couple days out of the week. I had to flip that switch of boyfriend and coach, you know, and
Man, it's hard.
Yeah, bro. And I would yell at her when she'd be training, and then she would stop a set, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I can't take you yelling at me." And I'm like, "I'm trying to encourage you." And she's like, "That's not what it feels like." And I'm like, "All right, I'm sorry," you know.
That's great.
But I enjoy working out with her, even if we're not doing the same exact thing. It's really cool to see how she came from just like no workout background, no experience, whatever. She's never competed. She just likes bodybuilding, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool to see her know how to spot me, how my best training partners can spot me. You know, like she knows me so well of how much more I have left in the tank. And it's just it's just like, you know what, that's my person. Like it's just like, you're in my life for a reason, girl. You know, and it's not just about the gym, but it's other areas in life, obviously, too. But, you know, even if we're not doing the same training session, I come over to her between sets, make sure she needs a spot. I'll spot her if she needs it. But I'm the same. If I train by myself, I honestly, I like training by myself most of the time because I'm very like introspective. I like thinking about what's going on in the moment. I like thinking about my day. I don't think about stress and anxieties of what I have to do later or tomorrow. But if I train by myself, I can really lock in to like what matters most. And I prioritize things in my head. Like that's how I get through my training sessions. I don't get through my training sessions thinking about get through it so you can get home and do this. I think about, hey, this is what you've accomplished. This is what you have to accomplish yet. These are the priorities of things. Okay, boom, you've thought about that. Now hit your next set. That's the next priority. I'm a thinker when I train, man. I'm a thinker, but in all the best ways.
Like 99% of the time, I'll train by myself, mainly because I can't rely on somebody else's schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I run my own schedule. Like, hey, I might show up at 5:30. I might show up at 6:30. And I can't dictate that based on what you want to do. So I'll just do me. And if you just so happen to want to join me, great. But it's my workout. You're joining it. Now, what we do in the workout from like that might be, hey, man, I'll let you choose. I had an impromptu training session. Dude, there's this black guy at the gym, the nicest guy, got the best smile. Like, dude's just the perfect roundness and fullness. I'm like, dude, you just got it, bro. Like, you were living life right here. And I saw him doing chest and I was doing flies. And I was like, you doing chest? He's like, yeah. I was like, care if I just jump in with you? So, yeah. So we did like 3 or 4 exercises together. And then he went off to do buys and I went off to do shoulders. And like got a really great workout with him. And it's funny because I haven't worked out with anybody, dude, 6+ months. I worked out with 2 people this past week. 3 times, actually. 1 person twice. Amazing workouts. So I'm like, man, I really miss a good partner. I'm on my phone a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually a lot less. And then I actually find that like we're going tick for tat for sets and it's just quicker. So like I'll finish the workout faster with a partner than I would by myself, which normally isn't the case.
Same here.
But it's just that constant push, you know. So
I'm the same way.
I do enjoy it. I do miss it. It's just hard to be like, I can't count on it or rely on it.
I like training with certain people. I need to know like, okay, you're going to spot me how I need to be spotted, how I prefer it. Like you need to know the goal at hand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's very few people that know that. And I'm very picky with it. You know, so it's like when I train with an athlete and I haven't trained with them before, man, they probably think of me as a dick because it's headphones on and they think that I'm going to have my headphones off because I'm going to be talking to them throughout the entire session. No, this is not a personal training session. This is me to set a standard and for you to learn how I train, but also it's an opportunity for me to be like, all right, I'm with this person. I can't be on my phone. I can't do a whole lot of talking because we have got to finish this workout. That's the goal. So it kind of locks me in even more so I don't succumb to talking too much between sets, etc. But yeah. What about you, Taylor? You train mostly by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, always train by myself, to be honest, for the most part. Honestly, dude, the only person that I've, at least in the last couple of years, that I'm able to actually get productive training sessions in with is Parker. And that's because he knows how I train. I know how he trains. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have had that training partner where like you don't have to take your headphones off and you don't have to turn the music off in order to know. Like it's just
Mm-hmm.
you can just nod the head and they know what's happening next. Parker's really the only person that I can like do that with where I don't have to talk. It'll be like, I don't even have to take my music off to know. Like I know how many plates he's gonna have on the machine. He knows how many I'm gonna have, so it'll just be like add another one. Like yeah, like
Yeah,
that's how we
dude,
do
it's
it.
actually an interesting question. So it sounds like Parker has been your best training partner ever. Nick, who's been your best training partner ever? Even if it was just like one workout, like who was the best person?
My one of my best buddies, Zach Devo. Yeah. Yesterday or Monday we trained chest, and I got there to the gym before he did, and I'm doing incline dumbbell, and he just walks over there and he sees my phone just like on the bench, and he just starts warming up. I got my headphones on. Don't gotta say, hey, do you want to join? I don't gotta ask him that, dude. I'm his fucking coach. He's my best friend. Like he's just gonna join in. After we hit that, I stayed there to hit his extra set because I was one set deep in. Stayed there to hit his last one. I didn't ask him, hey, do you want to finish chest with me? We just walked over to the other chest area, And that's the thing. Like, it's kind of funny. Sometimes when I train with him, I'm the person that's actually talks too much sometimes. Swear to God. Like when I train with him, because he's my best bud, sometimes him and I just start joking around and bring up funny stories. And then I just have to shut up and put my headphones on. And then I realize that he's still talking to me.
Who's yours, Mike?
Man, the first person to come to mind is a guy named Chris Carver that I worked out in when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old.
Mm.
We just clicked so well. And he didn't have the genetics. He had back problems, but he would just, it's just kind of like you said, Taylor, like you just get it. And he would like push me. We actually ended up being roommates when we went to college together. Had a little bit of falling out in college just because just different lifestyles taken. But I would say him first and foremost. I had another guy when I worked at Shreds.
You worked at Shreds?
That was the 9th employee.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a friggin' time capsule right there.
Yeah, I was a 9th employee from 2023 to 2020 or 2015. Yeah, 2.5 years there before I went back and moved to Alabama. Back home. But yeah, we can get in that another day. There's a guy named Alex Mosner. So at my peak, I was like 255, 260. And he was probably like 225 at the time. And dude, we just went tick for tack, just like lit on everything. So it was just like, I eat more, he eats more. He does more, I do more. I mean, it was just like, we were just like, let's become monsters. And you look at his Instagram now, dude, and he's just like, he is a monster. He's probably like 235 at like 6%, like just shredded, huge bald headed beard. And he was like heavy metal. Like, so on a personal level, like we were not the same, like at all. I had a country accent, really bad at the time. But when we would come into the gym, dude, we were just like, let's destroy this place. So
that's the best,
we had a lot of good times, man.
That's sick.
I like going into a gym and headphones don't even need to be on, and you don't even know what's playing over the gym. And all you care about is just like the person that you're spotting, who you're training with, like making sure that they can't do anything else. Like those are the best sessions, dude.
I've had some good sessions. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say some of the best sessions I've had are from people that aren't even pros, but people that are actually smaller than me.
Yeah.
Like I was training in Dallas for nationals, and I trained with oh no, he's a pro. He's a classic pro. But him and I use the exact same weight for everything because he wanted to train with me, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. But like, let me do your workout. So I did his training style, different than how I train, but it was damn good. And we barely talked, but I learned a lot from him. And he's 100 pounds less than I am. So those are some of the best.
I spent 6 months in California, and I got probably, I don't know, 100, 150 training sessions with Joey Swole.
Really?
Learned a lot about training with him. Just different, like, really just different style. Slower paced, but high intensity. And had some really great sessions with him. Super strong guy. Also, Horacio Cular, who also is out there as well. Huge dude. I always call him like the biggest Mexican I know. Like dude's like 280, 5'8". Like huge. But I always find out that I need to be the stronger one, or I always get hurt because I try to play keep up.
I get it.
It's an extra quarter instead of just leaving it with the 45. Like they're going to put on a quarter and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. It's like, should have just pulled that. But when I'm training with somebody that's weaker, I'll always go more than what they go, but I'm not playing catch up. I'm just pushing myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I was like, when somebody's weaker than me, I'd be like, all right, so I'm going to add on an extra this or extra that. And it's a fractional above what I would normally do, not a leap above what I would normally do to play keep up.
The other day I was training with one of my athletes, and he's a bodybuilder. So he's so good at pressing. Like he's got such great pressing strength. So we're starting with dumbbell incline. This is last week. And I'm like, all right, man, like we're going to go pretty heavy today. You know, I'm usually repping the 140s for my 3 sets here, getting around 10 reps. And he's like, okay, I can do 140s. I'm like, honestly, bro, let's rip it. Let's rip the 150s. Bro, I get those 150s up. I get 2 reps. All right. I get 2 reps. This motherfucker gets in there, reps them for like 11.
Ooh.
My second set, I'm like, I'm going to do it again. Let me change the incline of the bench. I don't even get a single rep. I'm like, damn.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to jump here in a few minutes, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's wrap it up here. What's what we got for accountability for this week? I'll start. I'm gonna do my YouTube video. I'm gonna get 2 actually. Yeah, I guess those are the only 2. Because I didn't complete it, so I'm gonna make that my accountability.
I've got to film my new ads that we're going to be rolling out. We've got dude, my freaking tech stack that we're doing here for the new, income goal of 2026 is crazy. We got all this. I've got so many things on the back end with software that are connected to each other. It's so cool. Mike, I'll have to bring Kevin on to one of our future episodes because you and him would nerd out, but he does a lot of what you guys do at AR Funnel. But it's a lot. We're really pushing the boundaries. And I got to film my ads and get those sent off to my editor so that we can hit the end of January full force and get everything going here. So I got 12 videos to film, not launching all of them all at once. We're trying to figure out which ones are going to hit, get the analytics for them, etc. And yeah, but I got to do a lot, man. But I have no excuses this week. I got 3 days off from the gym, so I got to get her done.
Yep. I'm going to post minimum once a day. I've started the last couple of days posting more, minimum once a day, and that's on my personal page and the clinic's page as well, and TikTok. And then really trying to be intentional with like spending an hour a day with Grayson with everything that I have going on.
That's something I've been.
Yeah, just coming home and like you were saying earlier, Mike, it's like you come home and you change clothes and it's like now I can relax a little bit. So that's been good for me because I can, I'm not working from home anymore. I can go home or I can go to the clinic and spend my day there and then just come home, change clothes, eat dinner with her, and then just relax a little bit. So those are the 2 biggest things that I'm worried about, and then just continue to stay in the gym and get back into a good routine now that everything's kind of launched.
For sure, man.
I'm going to try to do no phone past 7.
Nice.
I like that.
That sounds really hard when I say it.
That's really hard for me.
But I'm like actively going to try to like, I talked to my wife. I'm like, hey, like we don't spend enough like time together. And I'm like, you watch TikTok. She's like, well, you work. And I'm like, but I want to do this. She's like, well, you can't tell me to be off my phone when you're on your phone. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Instead of me saying anything about you, let me just do me, right? And then let me just lead by example versus, pointing a finger. So it's like, let me take ownership of that. Let me sit down the work because you're entertaining yourself. I'm still working. She's like, what's the difference between this and watching TV? And I'm like, guess that's fair. But I'm like, what's the difference between working and TikTok? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, hey, you know what? Instead of me trying to like win, how about I win me and then just make this a lot easier on myself?
Yeah.
And it'll follow suit.
Do you guys catch yourself ever on TikTok?
I watches it all like every night. She loves it. I hate it, but she loves it.
It's too addicting to me. I can't.
Yeah. And I'm honestly moving away from like, even though I do all my posting on Instagram is becoming so much like TikTok with like how quickly the algorithm will change, which is why it's addicting. And I don't even keep the TikTok app on my phone because I think it's just a waste of time for me, But crazy, dude. Technology and social media nowadays is wild.
Yeah, it's insane.
You either can use it for good or you can use it for bad. I mean, posting 6 times a day. Obviously, I'm getting way more engagement and way more conversations and way more this. And I realize I go like, man, how does like Michael Smoke do this? And I'm like, I don't think he does. I don't think he looks at the comments. Mm-hmm. I'm
Hot
feeling like I'm
dog.
gonna get to a point where like I don't look at the comments.
Right, for sure. I look at the comments sometimes. I engage in the ones that I want to engage on, like
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if somebody's hating on my post. I don't care, dude. But if I have like, somebody that I actually genuinely
Sure.
like.
Because like we got to find those though, right? Which means you still have to sift through it all.
Yeah. Like, hey, the other day, Mahaley liked one of our reels that we.
I saw that, yeah, and commented on it.
Yeah, and he commented on it, and he's always been good about that, man. He's commented on just some of my stuff, and him and I have got a good relationship. But he's somebody that he won't engage in something if he doesn't actually fuck with it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But anyway, gentlemen, have a good rest of your week. Everybody, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on all of our socials that are in the description box below. We appreciate the listeners. We appreciate everybody supporting us so far. This is episode 5 or 4? 4. Episode 4 of Business Brains and Brawns. Appreciate everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
See you.